Hi students, Ms. Bale. I'm going to be going over the introduction and claim for your final essay. And today I'm going to show you examples of a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1 as far as how you will be assessed or evaluated on your introduction. So the 4 goes beyond teachers' expectations. Well, how do we do that? Well, first you want to read the criteria. My introduction is engaging and establishes the significance of the claim in a compelling and interesting way and distinguishes it from opposing claims. So I'll read the introduction to you, then I'll explain it. Screaming is heard from the back of the house. Mom goes running. She finds her daughter standing on top of her bed with a baseball bat. What is going on? Her daughter frantically exclaims, there's a spider right there, kill it, kill it. Oh my gosh, I thought you had been seriously hurt. The daughter drops the bat, hands her mom a shoe, and begs, please kill it. Her body has chills, her heart is pounding, she feels weak with fear. Clearly, this reaction to a small house spider is irrational. There is no logical reason to fear an itsy-bitsy spider. She knows this logically, but it does not matter. She cannot seem to help her reaction. Fear has taken over her brain. Even though it is well established that fear plays an important role in our survival as a species, it can also be irrational and harmful because it can lessen our ability to overcome challenging situations, make us overreact to perceived threats, and prevent us from reaching our goals. Okay, so the last part there, starting with even though, this is the claim, including the counterclaim and the 3 reasons. So what part is the counterclaim? The counterclaim is going to be the opposite thing of what I'm supporting, but I'm acknowledging the truth in it. So even though it is well established that fear plays an important role in our survival as a species, that's the counterclaim that's embedded in my claim. Okay, so I'm acknowledging truth. But then I pivot and I switch to establish the claim that I want to support. It can also be irrational and harmful. So irrational and harmful, why? I'm going to give 3 reasons why, and I'm going to list them in the order in which I want them to be in my essay. And they're going to represent the topic sentences for my body paragraphs. So reason number 1, it lessens our ability to overcome challenging situations. Reason number 2, it makes us overreact to perceived threats. Reason number 3, it prevents us from reaching our goals. So as I'm coming up with my 3 reasons, I'm also thinking about the evidence that I've collected in my evidence tracker. Which evidence will I use to support each one of those reasons? Those reasons can be also seen as subclaims for your larger claim that it's harmful, that fear is harmful and irrational. So the first one here, it can lessen our ability to overcome challenging situations. This reminds me of Faribault and Manzanar with Papa, because he was so irrational by, really just isolating himself and drinking too much and being a little bit violent at times and really just hiding away. So it really impacted him and his family in a very negative way. He didn't deal with it well for a while. The next reason here, make us overreact to perceived threats. This reminds me of Antojos and Yolanda and how her whole body just like completely freaked out when she saw the men with the machetes. Now, going back to that fear response, we see that she froze, right? So I'm thinking about acknowledging that part of our brain, the amygdala, that part of our brain that responds in that way, that it's really hard to control that. So maybe I acknowledge that instinct, but I also then want to come back with, that how unfortunate it was that she did not read the situation correctly, that she could have saved herself a little pain and suffering by recognizing that the men were not a threat, but because her body and the fear response took over, it really clouded her judgment. So I want to make sure I'm going to use that story and pull direct evidence from that story to support that. But then I'm also going to pull from article number 4, where it talks about how humans are just really bad at gauging risk and understanding the difference between an imaginary risk and a real risk, or an imaginary threat and a real threat. So I want to make sure I pull some evidence that is more research-based, a little more scientific-based, to also back that up and to support that. Then the third reason, prevent us from reaching our goals. Well, I right now I'm not recalling any of the reading that we've done that may support that, but I really want to keep that in there. I really like that reason, because I think it's just important for all of us to know how fear can really impact our choices and limit us from reaching our goals and our dreams. So in this sense, because I don't have textual evidence for this right now, I'm going to use a narrative. I'm going to tell a little story that really happened to me, or to maybe a family member or a close friend, something authentic that really is interesting and compelling for the reader, so that they can really understand my point here. Okay, so that is the main goal of your introduction and your claim. So this video is only going to focus on that piece right now. I will make another video that focuses on how to put the body paragraphs together. So to wrap up, what you want to do is think about what your position is on the topic. Do you think fear is harmful, always harmful? Are there some benefits to it? Are there times when it is harmful? You need to figure out where you stand on this issue, and then try to create your claim with your 3 reasons to back up your claim. Now, your 3 reasons, you can build off the ones that I have here. You can have completely different ones. It doesn't matter. As long as you can support those with evidence from our readings and from your own personal experience. Remember that when you lay out your claim and your 3 reasons, that you are going to put the 3 reasons in the order in which you want them to appear in your essay, because those 3 reasons become your topic sentences in your body paragraphs, okay? All right, guys, till next time.